Hey guys and gals, DnAPlays here bringing you another top 10 video. This time around it's going to be my top 10 favorite fire type Pokemon. As per usual, these lists are just my opinion and personal preferences as opposed to competitive viability, so my choices may be drastically different than yours. Now make sure to like this video and subscribe, and without further ado, let's jump right into my top 10 favorite fire types. Number 10. Number 10 on this list is going to be Moltres. This is a fire and flying legendary Pokemon introduced in Generation 1 and is number 146 in the Pokedex. It seems as though it's based on a phoenix, which is a mythical creature that resurrects itself through flame. Moltres also heals itself by taking baths in lava. If that doesn't scream fire type, I don't know what does. Number 9. The number 9 spot goes to Magmortar. This is a pure fire type introduced in Generation 4 and is number 467 in the Pokedex. This thing has an organ inside of it that resembles a magma core inside of a volcano, and it also launches 3,600 degree fireballs from its arm cannons. People in the Pokemon world use this guy to process iron and other metals because he is basically a walking furnace. Number 8. Coming in at number 8 is going to be Turtinator. This is a fire and dragon type Pokemon introduced in Generation 7 and is number 776 in the Pokedex. I love turtles and tortoises, so this thing looks really cool to me. It's basically a giant walking landmine. Its shell explodes if it's hit, and even its poop is used to make explosives. They also live in volcanoes, and as I've said earlier, if it can survive or live in a volcano, it has to be a fire type. Number 7. Number 7 on this list goes to Charizard. This is a fire-flying starter Pokemon introduced in Generation 1 and is number 6 in the Pokedex. This is the original fire starter that we were all introduced to. I happen to like lizards, and Charizard is just a giant fire lizard to me. This thing spits out fire that is hot enough to melt boulders, so he is definitely a hot boy. I know I've made this point a few times already, but in my mind, if a Pokemon can survive in a volcano, it is most assuredly a powerful fire type. In the second Blaine vs. Ash gym battle, Magmar drags Charizard into the magma pool. Doesn't even phase him, and it seemed to even make him stronger. Charizard is also an honorable fighter, never turning its flame against something it doesn't deem a worthy opponent. Number 6. Coming in at number 6 is Torquel. This is a pure fire type introduced in Generation 3 and is number 324 in the Pokedex. This is another one high up in my favorites because he is a tortoise boy. This one is basically a big coal furnace. It has to keep fuel inside its shell, or it will freeze up and eventually die if the fire within it goes out. It tries to fill all the hollow space in its shell with coal to keep itself healthy, and you can tell its health level by the smoke that it puts out. Number 5. Number 5 on my list is going to be Talonflame. This is a fire and flying type Pokemon introduced in Generation 6 and is number 663 in the Pokedex. This thing uses flame embers to launch itself from the ground and pours them down while it flaps its wings. Talonflame preys on other bird type Pokemon, and I think that learning things about the Pokemon food chain is really cool. It swoops down at 310 miles per hour to catch them in its talons. Design wise, this guy looks really cool, like a regular bird that somebody done painted fire decals on. Number 4. Coming in at number 4 is Cinderace. This is a pure fire type starter Pokemon introduced in Generation 8 and is number 815 in the Pokedex. Cinderace is adorable. Just a big soccer playing bunny rabbit, and I love that theme he has going for him. He juggles pebbles with his feet like a soccer player and catches them on fire to wing at his opponents with pinpoint precision. Cinderace also has a Gigantamax form that really brings home the fire type look. He is perched on a literal giant fireball, and that is really awesome. Number 3. Number 3 goes to Alolan Marowak. This is an Alolan regional variant Pokemon who is a fire and ghost type and is number 105 in the Pokedex. I love the Fire Dancer theme on this guy. It goes really well with the Hawaii theme that Sun and Moon were going for. It's also said that no amount of water can put out the fire that an Alolan Marowak starts. So definitely a powerful fire type.
Number 2.
Coming in at number 2 is Cyndaquil. This is a fire-type starter Pokemon introduced in Generation 2 and is number 155 in the Pokedex. Cyndaquil is my favorite fire-type starter of all time. He is super adorable and acts shy and timid until he gets mad and the flames pop out of his back. Ash's Cyndaquil in the anime was such a snoozy boy, but eventually became one of his best Pokemon in that generation.
Number 1.
And finally, my favorite fire-type Pokemon of all is Arcanine. This is a pure fire-type Pokemon introduced in Generation 1 and is number 59 in the Pokedex. Arcanine is one of my favorite Pokemon of all time, and I have talked about him in past videos, which of course exist on this same channel. Arcanine literally has a wildfire burning inside of him to fuel him. He is just a big old fluffy boy, and I would love to pet him and cuddle him. To further his relation to the fire type, his name in the red and blue beta was actually Blaze, a fact that I learned while doing research for this video, and now I know what all of my future Arcanines will be nicknamed. Alright guys and gals, that's going to wrap up today's video. If you like this type of content, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Down in the comment section, let me know your favorite fire type Pokemon and why. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.